Women of Reddit, what do you think would be the worst thing about being a man? I was raped. A good one. Being considered a possible threat by strangers, probably. Like, I get it, you never know, but it would probably suck. Either that or the wiener and balls. Like, they're just dangling there? Are they in the way? How do you straddle stuff? Will you accidentally squish them? Do you have to like, tuck them into your underwear? My brother is your average 6 out of 10 OP looking guy. The amount of rejection he faces on a daily basis from age 12 to now would crush my soul. Another thing is family court/alimony. My mom never really had a job, yet she sustains her life from my dad's paychecks. You're the ones who have to kill the big hairy spider. The boop I do. Yeah, not in my house. There's a clear procedure. I kill anything that scurries on the floor, spiders included, and he kills anything buzzy. I still think I win though. Wasps are basically spiders that can get all up in your face. Being a father of a daughter or even babysitting. The complete mistrust that people give them is astonishing. If she starts throwing a tantrum in public, people always assume the worst. I would want me daughter to give my husband hugs and love him the same as she would love me in public, but people just view it differently. I told a friend I'd happily babysit their 3-year-old daughter, which being a good person they accepted, and a mutual friend of theirs overhearing asked to my face if I was a pervert. If women don't get moist or boop in bed, it's your fault. If you don't get hard or boop or have fun in bed, it's also your fault. Granted, women I've been with when I couldn't get hard, had performance anxiety due to various causes, were always really understanding, and I was the only one frustrated, so that was nice I guess. Careful with drugs, kids, they don't tell you how they'll make your dingle dong stop working. I would be terrified of my banana getting stuck in a zipper. Being expected to be the breadwinner generally by society, being less likely to gain custody of my own kids in a separation, being disposable in times of war, do it yourself, and having to deal with my own balls. What if I sat on one? Ouch. The constant insecurity of whether you're man enough. I have a friend like this. He gets upset when someone outgrips him on a handshake. I mean, very upset, becomes the main topic of discussion for at least 5 minutes. He's a very thin guy, and not the strongest, but I've known him since high school and he's always been very defensive about his manliness. Used to lie a lot about fights he's been in, and girls he slept with, when he was actually a virgin. I will say I did lie a bit too when I was younger, mainly about ex. It seemed like you were a loser if you were still a virgin, and it was easy for me to lie about because my family moved around all the time. Once men get older though they typically start to not care, but there are always still some that do. I think the gay panic stuff would be the most annoying. Guys can't make physical contact other than punching each other in the shoulder or high-fiving without it being considered gay. Sometimes I want to give my friend a platonic hug or touch their hair or something, and if I was a man I'd probably be afraid to do that. Not having your emotions taken seriously, then lashing out because of it, and then seen as violent because you just want to be understood. I had that with abusive parents, but normally people don't treat me that way because I'm a woman. I can't imagine what an entire life of not having your feelings acknowledged in a healthy way feels like. Suck it up and be a man. Emotional unavailability of others. As a woman, I definitely face a lot of hardships that men don't have to deal with. But when I'm at my point of breaking, sobbing and inconsolable, I know I can message one of my friends, usually one of the girls, and cry and bitch to them about it, and they will listen to me and really connect with me. They will tell me how shitty the person who did that is, how difficult it must be to deal with, how strong I'm for persevering in the face of adversity. On the other hand, I've spent my life trying to be a non-judgmental source of venting for my male friends, and I've found that basically everyone who I'm like that with ends up either thinking I'm into them romantically or expressing how grateful they are for something they get so little of. Guys are told to just suck it up and push their emotions down, and I think it is harmful to all of us. Only one orgasm at a time. Honestly, probably people just assuming that you'll do all of the gross shit that no one else wants to do. Fixing up the car, unclogging the toilet, cleaning out the spider webs in the attic, scrubbing the mildew out of the bathtub. Guys are just expected to do it all without complaint because that's the manly thing to do. As a woman, I find it pretty unfair. Alongside that are hiding a boner, people assuming that you can't have mental illnesses / disorders, not being allowed to cry / show emotions / be insecure about your body. All of it is really unfair. I'm sorry guys. For the first part, it isn't so much that I won't try to do those things mentioned, it's that people just assume I know how. My wife was absolutely dumbfounded when she asked me to fix something on her car, and I told her I didn't know how. Her entire family ragged on me for not knowing. All the men in her family, because they do know car stuff, and all the women in the family, even though they knew nothing. But you know what's fascinating? Is that after countless YouTube videos and experimenting and now knowing just a tiny bit about cars, I found that all the men in her family know jack fucking shit about cars. That blew my mind, that I was honest and getting heckled by people who were just hiding that they didn't know anything. I would not be allowed a moment of weakness. Bad day. You can't cry unless your mother just died. Hurt yourself. Suck it up and go to the hospital. Feeling self-conscious about your body? Nobody cares. Feeling ill? Someone has a man cold. Man cold? People say that. Did you enjoy this video? Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you do not, I will be sad.